All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set, 180. 59.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. King.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up, but still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Gold maybe not blessed with the strongest leg in the league, but he might be the most accurate. 2 for 2 from 50-plus a year ago, and he converts another one here.
Yeah, you don't want to play horse with Robbie Gould as a kicker. That guy can maneuver a football with his foot.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Switch. Shoot. Wheel.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction. So
they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Good throw there to start this second possession, maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we got to get him settled. It's not easy after you've thrown a pick six. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. And it's not necessarily just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. When no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater in for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Check 37. Let's go. Come on.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Got an open man. It's Foster. And all the way down to the 39. A big play here for Buffalo. 45 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Lucky.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Here we go. Set. Hey, come on. It's just me and you. Check 9. Check. Chong, go. Kill.
Now on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Bridgewater. And the grab by Croft. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The extra point up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll run. This is Hunt. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Let's go,
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Let him know. 44, Mike, 44.
Bridgewater on first down. That's taken in by Callaway. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Check. Hey, watch this. You go tight. You got tight. Switch. Wahoo.
To throw is Bridgewater. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hurry! Let's go.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Go! 10-2 soft. 6-6, bullet hot. Hey, Haywood!
Now it's the backup Sanchez. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Sanchez. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Kill.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Open man, here's Foster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, D.
Bridgewater again. And he's got his man on the out route. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 43-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
36.
To the air again with Bridgewater. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here we go. Take four.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Flushed out right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but coach, I've thrown it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Go!
At their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
After the sack on first down, Bridgewater, he'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Check.
They'll toss it to Breida. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Oh, shifty.
Whoa.
A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Here's Breida. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are back within a single score. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This fielded at the 2. And some space here. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Stay in situation. Let's go. Bud.
Now Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch the whip. Pistol.
Mayfield to throw it. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Mayfield on play action, eluding the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 19.
Hey, exit. 49's the mark. 49's the mark.
From the gun, Mayfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
I got you. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Come to Wild World.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing, Bridgewater. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, son.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Flush to his right. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And down right around the 37. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Campbell making the catch. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Mayfield down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Third and long for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Slam, slam, slam.
Check the backer, check the backer. Hayward, Hayward. He's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
180. Up, up.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Potter. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Check 59. Bravo.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Rolling to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Go, go.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And the blitz does come. He finds Beckham complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Flushed out right. And he whips that one incomplete there. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
He's checking.
On 2nd down now. It's Hunt, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the... And he takes off with it. It's a fake.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Mike 48. Let's go, D. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 26. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we gonna Mike the 48 right now. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let him play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Browns drive about to get started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D Ford showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you